Here from StampCampWithJen.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Summerfield, Florida, near the Villages. And welcome to my weekly YouTube Live. If you're new here, I go live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'd love for you to join us. And don't forget, while you're here, to hit that subscribe button and click on that bell so you never miss a new video when I post them. So we have a really fun project today. I shared today on my blog how to clean blending brushes, and I am going to show you a project using those blending brushes before you clean them or after you've cleaned them if you've already used them before. So if you haven't already, make sure to head over to stampcampwithjen.com and you can see a little picture tutorial of how to clean your blending brushes. So I am going to set up my YouTube over here so I can make sure I see everybody's comments as they're coming in. Let's see and make sure I have everybody here. Okay, so as you join, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm sure everybody's out having a great time, busy summer. It's been raining like crazy here in Florida, so I'm jealous of people that are in nice, clear, warm weather. It's been raining, but we need it. It's so hot and humid down here. It always is in the summertime. Everybody's just dreading August, which end of July and pretty much all of August is the hottest and the most humid. So, all right, so I am going to flip the camera around. Like I said, as you join in, please say hello. Don't be shy. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching the replay afterwards, don't forget to comment and let me know where you're watching from as well. I love hearing from from everybody. I just moved my mat and my whole camera came down. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. This thing is a mess. Let me see if I can find something to hold it real quick. Nope, that's not heavy enough. Okay. I was just making sure you're paying attention. Here, that's a little better. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, you're awake now if you weren't before. So, hi, Mom. Thanks so much for joining me. Okay, guys, so like I said, please don't be shy. Please talk to me, ask me questions, speak up. Don't just watch the video. I do love that you're here, but I love hearing from you too. So please feel free to ask questions as we go through today's project, okay? All right, so let me get my camera flipped over. Hopefully I won't drop it. No guarantees though, right? I'm pretty clumsy, so. All right. My son's outside mowing the lawn, so hopefully that won't be too loud here. Okay, so I have a few things to go over today. Part of the reason I was so late getting on was I was working on something that Stampin' Up! Just announced, but we'll get to that in just a second. Hi, Bobby from Virginia. Thanks so much for joining us. How's the weather in Virginia? I bet it's real nice out right now. Okay, so just a quick reminder, I've been trying to host bingo the last couple months. We had a really successful one last month, so we are gonna do, if I can get enough people to sign up, I plan to do Christmas and July bingo. Now, the deadline to sign up for this is this Sunday, and we are going to have bingo on my YouTube channel on July 24th at 7 p.m. So it'll just be a normal Wednesday, YouTube live, but we'll make it bingo. So we play 3 rounds of bingo, and in between those rounds, we make a card kit. So it's $40, and with your $40, you get the card kits, the 3 card kits. You can use whatever you have on hand, or you can use what I use for the projects, and I'll let you know that ahead of time in case you want to purchase them. But like I said, we need 10 people to participate. I have about 4 signed up. So if we don't get enough people signed up, then I'll just move it to August, and we'll try again for August. So not a big deal, but I would love to do it. We always have a lot of fun, and the prizes for bingo are a $50 Stampin' Up! Gift certificate. So you can place an order, $50 or more, the $50 applies, and then whatever the difference is, you just pay the difference and I place your order. So really, if you think about it, if you're paying $40 for bingo and you win a $50 gift certificate, you're playing bingo for free plus getting a little bit extra just to play bingo. So email me, jen@stampcampwithjen.com, if you'd like to sign up. And like I said, Sunday is the deadline to sign up for July, okay? I also offer Stamp Camp to Go. Every month I come up with different card kits. I focus on a different bundle or stamp set. This last month we did the Charming Duck Pond bundle. And you usually get, I make 4 cards, or 4 different card designs. You get 2 kits for each design. So a total of 8 cards is what you'll make. You usually get about half a pack of DSP cut down to 6x6, and I include some other things like maybe embellishments, ribbons. Sometimes I do an embossing folder. All the details I announce about 10 days out from the end of the month. So you can either pay the one-time payment of $39 and then purchase the bundle if you don't already have it, or you can add it to your Stamp Camp to Go kit to save on tax and shipping, or you can subscribe to my Stamp Camp to Go monthly subscription and you save 10% and pay $35 instead of $39. But that doesn't include whatever bundle or stamps that we're using. You'd still need to purchase that or add it to your Stamp Camp to Go option. So you can do either one. It's really a great deal because, like I said, you get those 8 card kits, plus you get a little bit of extra product to use on other projects and stuff like that. So it's a really good deal. And then if you add the bundle to your Stamp Camp to Go kit, you save on tax and shipping, so you save even more. So if you're interested in that, you can go to stampcampwithjen.com, and I think it's in my tutorial library is where this is, and you can actually, it's on the side of my blog too. You'll see this picture and you just click on it and you can subscribe, and after 6 months of subscribing to Stamp Camp to Go, you get a free stamp set of your choice. So it's really a great deal if you subscribe to that, okay? And you need to subscribe by the 1st of the month because the 2nd of the month is when the payment comes out. So that's the deadline for the monthly Stamp Camp to Go. And just a friendly reminder that Bonus Days is going on now through the end of July. So whenever you shop with me, for every $50 you spend before tax and shipping, you will earn a $5 coupon. And then you get a coupon code sent directly to your email. So save those emails. You'll have the coupon code directly in there. And you just save that email. And then when you shop in August, you can redeem those coupons on your order. So let's say you earn $15 in coupons in July and you place a $15 or you just need to place at least a $15 order or more to redeem those coupons. So that's a really good deal. When you think about it, tax is about 11% normally of an order, and you're saving, or you're getting back about 10% of the $50 with that coupon. So it's not quite as good as free shipping, but it's still a pretty good deal. And you can earn as many of those coupons as you want. There's no limit. So you could earn a bunch of them and save them for August. And you can place multiple orders or place one big order. So this is, I've been waiting for this because Stampin' Up! Announces this every year. So back to school is coming. My son is going crazy because I keep teasing him about it. He is loving summertime and not really excited about back to school. But down here in Florida, he is going to be back to school in less than a month. So he's really dreading it. But with back to school, there's tax breaks, right? So school supplies, which Stampin' Up, believe it or not, Stampin' Up supplies are lumped into that school tax holiday. So things like Stampin' Seal Plus, dimensionals, glue dots, liquid glue, grid paper, snips, tear and tape adhesive, fine tip glue pens, Stampin' Write markers, watercolor pencils, blender pens, Stampin' Blends, all of those things that could be considered like school supplies or art supplies, those are lumped into the back to school tax holiday. Now, this only applies to 13 different states and Puerto Rico. So I will have this chart on my website. and it has all of the dates right here of when they apply, and right above that it has the state and Puerto Rico's right there. So, and then right below that are all the exemption limits. So anything over here with an X means it applies to whatever that item is at the side. Okay, so I'm not going to go through this whole thing. It's a lot of information, but I will have the chart up on my website in case you're curious about it. Okay. All right. So, and then when you shop with me this month, not only will you earn bonus days coupons, but you will get my Charming Duck Pond tutorials for free if you place at least a $50 order. So in this Charming Duck Pond class, we made this card here. I'm going to give you a little preview of the cards that we made. And this one, and they have PDF tutorials and videos for each of the cards. So when you make your purchase, after you shop with me, don't forget to use my host code if your order is under $150. This little pocket card. If your order is under $150, use the host code to get the tutorials, and if it's over $150, don't use the host code, just enjoy your Stampin' Rewards. But after you place your order, I'll send you an email with the links for all of the tutorials, and in the tutorial there's another little link. It's bright pink, you can't miss it. Under the main picture it says click here for the video. So no downloading or anything, it's real easy. Just open your email and click the links. Okay, so that is free with a $50 purchase. Those tutorials, they're PDFs and videos. Okay, all right. So let's get into today's project. So this is really fun. We're actually going to use our Stampin' Glass mat also, but let me just show you real quick. So this is what we're going to make. I love this so much. So I did a card back in, I want to say it was like 2020, where I used, what were those? Oh, the sponge brayers that Stampin' Up! Used to have. And I used it to make kind of like a sunset, sunrise background. And so that's kind of where I got the inspiration for this one. I literally sat down. It took maybe 2 or 3 minutes for me to put this card together. It's really, really simple. So I'm going to show you how to do it. But blending brushes give that really good just finished look. And I'm going to show you how to make this little border with some Post-it tape. Really cool. Okay, so sit back, relax, grab a little snack, and I will show you. Oh, before we get into that though, I want to show you guys this card I made too. So we're using the Labeled with Love stamp set from the annual catalog. We actually, I went to On Stage in Texas, which, oh, talk about humidity. Dallas, Texas, or not Dallas, we were in Houston, Texas. The humidity in mid-March was already crazy. But they actually had this stamp set at On Stage, and we got to play with it with the new in colors. And I just thought it was so cool because I love the little butterfly. It's got birthday presents, flowers. And then this actually is one of the new bundles that is either a punch or a die bundle. Let me see if I can get to the page here. I think it's page, oh, I thought it was 38. I guess it's 58. Yeah, so page 58 right there of your annual catalog is where you'll see this bundle featured. So underneath it, you'll see it has the stamp set and dies, the item number and the price. And then to the right of that, if you want the punch, it's got the item number and the price. And you'll notice both of these are $39.50 for both of them. So whether you get the 3 dies or the 1 punch, it's the same price, which I think is pretty cool. And the bundle is always the best deal. You always get 10% savings with the bundle. So whether it's the punch or the die, whichever one you want, I strongly recommend the bundle. So I personally prefer a punch, so that's what I got. Now, I didn't use the punch for any of these projects, but I do love this punch so much, and it actually coordinates with another online exclusive. Let me get that stamp set, actually. Let's see. It's like Saint Nick or something. Hold on. So this cute little stamp set that just came out in the online exclusives also coordinates with this punch. So the dies or the punch, whichever one you get, it will coordinate with that. I love this stamp set. I've made a little project with this and I'll feature it soon on my blog, but this little circle you can punch out with the 1 3/4 inch punch as well. So this stamp set coordinates with 2 punches, which is pretty awesome. Okay. Yeah, so lots of coordination here with Stampin' Up. That's what I love about Stampin' Up. Okay, so this was a card I posted on my blog on Monday. I'm doing a sketch challenge over on my Facebook page. And that is the card that I made this week with it. So if you want to participate in this sketch challenge, just go to my Facebook page. You'll see all of the details there. I'm not going to get into it too much here. But basically you post a card and each week I pick a winner, and the winners will get put in a drawing at the end of 8 weeks, and one person will win a stamp set. So it's a great way to kind of get some creativity going. I give you a little creative inspiration each week, and then it's a chance to win a free stamp set at the end of the summer. So this used the Labeled with Love with these little flowers here. And then we used the Just For You for the words. And then I used that Petunia Pop in the background, and I really love it. I love how this one turned out. Okay, so let's get our glass mat out here and get everything all set up. I've got our blending brushes. Now I'm using thick basic white cardstock for the card base. And this is the weight for this is, I was just looking it up before we got on here. This is, somebody asked me this before, it's 100-pound thickness. And then our cardstock and our regular basic white is 80-pound. And then the envelopes are 90-pound. I don't know. I'm not sure why people ask me about that, but those are the weights if you're curious. I'm not sure why people are interested in that. Maybe they're comparing it to other papers or something. I don't know. You've been to Houston in September. Oh, you're going in September, Diana. It's nice. It's just Texas is hot and humid. Texas it's like, even living in Florida, I feel like it's different because it's even more humid than what we're used to down here in Florida. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's one of those things you've got to experience it to really understand. All right. So if you're unfamiliar, this is the Stampin' Glass mat here. Why does this feel off? There we go. I don't know why this is off here. Okay, that's really weird. To look at that in a minute. All right, so the Stampin' Glass mat, if you're not familiar with it, it's a glass surface. It comes with this white mat here, and it comes also with this like thin gray chamois that's about 8 by 8 square. I usually keep mine folded up, and then I keep it here on this white piece. Now this actually is where you can like rub your blending brushes and kind of clean them off a little bit in between, like I guess kind of clean some of the ink out of them. These little squares fit those little Stampin' spots, and then this bigger square you can use for lots of things like sequins or something. A lot of people like to take this big section here and keep like their ink pad in it or something. There's lots of different things you can do, but I just keep my chamois there. I move it off to the side a lot of times, and just use that to like clean my stamps. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's really bugging me. I don't know why this is off all of a sudden. It's been fine. Maybe it's just my desk is a little uneven, I guess. All right, so we're gonna grab our 4 by 5 1/4 basic white. Now, it doesn't matter where on here you put this, but what I wanna do is I'm just gonna line up the edge and the top with, I'm just gonna pick 2 lines that intersect, okay? And then we're gonna take this Post-it note tape. Now, this is 1 inch wide. I got this off of Amazon. If you're interested, I have this in my Favorite Things shop online. It comes in a pack of 2 for like $12. So if you click on that little link and shop with me, I get a small commission as an Amazon affiliate. But this is really cool. It's low tack tape, so when I pull it off, it's not gonna rip my paper or anything. So we're gonna take a piece that's a little bit wider than the top here. Now let me zoom in so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So what we want to do for this top section, so we have it lined up with that line. We're gonna look over to the right here and go about 2 squares down, and that is how I'm going to, oh, and that's a little too short. I'll make a bigger piece. It's a little short. Luckily I have lots of this tape. All right. So from this top corner, we're gonna go 1, 2 squares down, and that's exactly how wide I'm going to make my border here. So I'm just gonna line it up with that little line, and now I have it taped down, okay? So that's making that border at the top. So I'm gonna get another piece of tape here. And we're just gonna do this all the way around. I'm gonna zoom you guys out just a little bit. There we go. So again, from this bottom corner, that line that's even and horizontal with that bottom corner, I'm gonna go up 2 squares, and I'm gonna line up my tape with that. And then we're just gonna do this all the way around, and that's how I'm gonna make my border before we start blending. Now this one's a little trickier because this tape is overlapping, but you can still kind of see the paper corner through here. So it's right about there. I'll get my pencil so I can mark it so you can see. So that's where the corner of our paper, it's lining up with this line. So we want to go 2 squares over into the paper, line that edge up, and that's how we're gonna get those side borders there. So we're just masking all the way around basically. And I'll do the same thing here so I can see the corner of my paper through the tape. We can mark it with our pencil to make it a little bit easier. So those lines, and then we need to go over 1, 2. So that's where it needs to line up. So you could even use your pencil if that makes it a little bit easier for you to see. And you can line up the paper or the tape with that mark that's more towards the center, if that makes sense here. Okay, just like that. Okay, so we've taped it down to our glass surface, and now we're just gonna start blending. So we're gonna take our Melon Mambo ink pad. I'm gonna put it off to the side here, and actually this would be a good time to use that silicone mat and keep my ink pad right in there so it's not gonna slip all over the place. And I'll just put my chamois up here in the corner. It's not gonna hurt anything. All right, so I'm gonna take my blending brush. We're just gonna go in a circular motion around that ink pad to grab the ink. Now, you should always start kind of off your paper, because when you're rubbing your blending brush on the ink pad, a lot of times you'll get like a big spot in the center that's darker. So if you start off the edge and then kind of work your way over the paper, you won't get a big dark splotch. That's the best way I can describe it. So people always, I always see people when they do this, just kind of start off on the edge, because a lot of times when you press it down initially, you'll get a big dark circle, and you don't want that when you're blending. You just want to keep blending, add more ink, more or less as you want. And it may look a little funny now, but as we add the yellow, it will kind of transform a little bit too. And I want it to be a little bit darker towards the top, so I'll keep adding a little bit of ink towards the top up here. Okay, and now I'm gonna bring in, I'm gonna leave that open and just move it aside for just a second, because we're probably gonna come back to that and add some more Melon Mambo. And now this is Daffodil Delight. We're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna go in a circular motion with our brush, and we're gonna start off on our tape and then go over here and blend onto our card. Hi, Janice. No worries, we are using blending brushes and making a little sunrise or sunset background, however you want to look at it. I love these colors together. And as the yellow and the pink, or the Daffodil Delight and the Melon Mambo kind of meet up in the middle, they'll make an orange that'll help blend it together. And you'll see it here in just a second, kind of all start to blend together. And it's just a really cool effect. Just like that. And like I said, do it as heavy, as dark, or as light as you want it to be. But the more you kind of mix that yellow and that pink together, you'll start to make orange, right? We learned when we mix red and yellow together, we make orange. All right, so now I'm gonna move this yellow over and I wanna add, oops, I wanna add a little bit more pink here, a little bit more Melon Mambo. So again, we're just in a circular motion, picking up that ink on the brush. I'm gonna start off on the edge, make it a little bit darker on the top here. But like I said, you do it to your liking. When it looks good to you, stop. If it doesn't, keep going. It's not gonna hurt anything. You're not gonna ruin the paper. And if you put too much ink and it feels too saturated, just start again. It's not a big deal. So I'm gonna do just a little bit more yellow on the bottom. I like things really bold, so I like a lot of ink. Now this will kind of drain some of the ink out of your pad. You may need to re-ink it if you do a lot of blending. So just kind of keep an eye on that. So I think that looks pretty good. You can kind of see that orange in the middle, and I'm gonna move these pads over. So yeah, you can see the orange kind of forming in the middle there. Really, really cool. I really like that. So now this is another cool part about this mat. So we're gonna remove, well, first of all, I'm gonna get some of this water off of here. We're gonna remove this tape. What? This is so cool. And like I said, this is low tack. It's not very sticky, so it's not gonna rip my paper as we peel it off. But now we've got those beautiful crisp edges that we just created. Oh, isn't that so cool? And it just comes right off of our mat. How cool is that? Isn't that so pretty? Then we just throw that tape away. Now, you see I got a little bit of ink on that mat, no problem. Just wipe it away. That is the beauty of this thing. And now I'm trying not to get too much water on here. I don't want to get it on my card. But that is the cool thing about this mat. You can write on it with markers and just wipe it right off. You get ink on it, you just wipe it clean with your chamois. So, all right. So now all we need to do is we're gonna take this little butterfly right here, just the outline, and we're gonna stamp that in black, and we're also gonna do the thanks friend in black. And that's really just about it. Very quick and easy. So we're just using that Memento Tuxedo Black ink. We're gonna ink this up really good. And I'm gonna do one up at the top here, kind of off to the side. And then I really like how it goes like into the white. I think that looks really cool. I'm gonna ink it up again and go down a little bit and kind of over to the right. Just like that. Oops, a little hair or something. That's all right. It's probably Oscar, my dog. His dog hair is everywhere. And then we're gonna do one down here, kind of facing up a little bit. And another one kind of facing in. And one more in the corner. Just like that. And then we're gonna take this thanks friend and put it down here in that bottom right white section, just like that. So cute. I just love this. I love blending brushes and the effect they give for your cards. It just looks so nice. And then all we need to do now is take our thick basic white. Like I said, I always use thick basic white for my card base, and I'm actually doing a top folding card. I usually do it where it opens from the side, but this time I decided to do it from the top. I don't usually do that very much, so it'll open like that from the top. And then we're just gonna add some dimensionals and stick that down on here. So, and like I said, these dimensionals were on that tax-free holiday list. So if you need those for, you know, Christmas cards that you're making or any projects coming up, you can never have too many dimensionals. I feel like I go through dimensionals all the time. I use so many of them. All right, I think that'll be good. We shall see. What do you guys think? Do you like blending brushes? Have you used blending brushes before? Are they something that you're kind of nervous to try, or maybe it's just not your thing? What do you think? Will you give it a try if you haven't yet? Or is it just, not really your thing? That's totally fine. Everybody's got their favorites. So we're just gonna kind of center this on the top like that. And there we have it. Yeah, I had a little hair on my stamp. That happens all the time. I have with either my hair or the dog's hair. It's always gonna happen. So I love this background technique. I think it's so cool. I hope that you enjoyed it too. So I just want to remind you, so these blending brushes, like I said, I did a little cleaning tutorial, so don't forget to check that out. Stampin' Up! Also has this little, what do they call it? Blending brush storage container. So I'm gonna, oh, I knew that was gonna happen. I was gonna try to tip it over so you could see, so that the feet actually hold the bottom of the brushes here. I'm trying to show you without everything falling all over the place, but that's not working out too well. And it actually holds, so there's small blending brushes and large blending brushes, and those that Stampin' Blend storage holds both of them too. And it's got 9 slots, and the little pieces down here are for the bottom of the brush to hold. So pretty cool. All right, guys. Well, that is my project for this week. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up or a heart and let me know in the comments below. I really hope if you've never tried blending brushes that you'll give it a try. And if you have already tried it, maybe you'll just try this little sunrise background or this little masking technique. It's lots of fun. So lots of cool ways to make a quick and easy card for somebody. And don't forget to check out that Labeled with Love bundle where you can get either the punch or the dies. That's a pretty cool option that they put in the annual catalog this year. So I think that's pretty neat. And also don't forget the Naughty and Nice stamp set that coordinates with that punch and the online exclusives. Online exclusives are only available while supplies last. Be sure to check them out. They're not in any catalog. They're only at stampinup.com, okay? All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great week. And I will be back next Wednesday at 7 p.m. with another fun card. And don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter every Sunday. You'll get my project tutorial PDFs in there as well as other Stampin' Up! News, okay? All right, guys. Well, have a great week. And until next time, be safe and happy stamping. Bye-bye.